select your champion and face me in the honorable ring of battle. The winner is the first person to push them beyond the edge of the ring.
Oh, so
These are the terms of the duel. And he kind of puts his swords down into the ground. Digimon is weird crossover in culture. You know,
it is.
Yeah, well, I was about to snark about, like, what is it? This is a knight. This is a heroic medieval knight who has a bunch of squires that are Japanese in training. That are lizards in Japanese swordsman training garb.
Clothing. Yeah, with kendo swords and everything.
Yeah. Fucking, I think.
So who are you
I forget what
selecting
they're
as?
specifically called.
I think they were called Boken.
Yeah, they are. They are. You're right.
I
get English, I promise.
Yeah.
Do I have time for discussion?
Maybe we should hold that discussion off until post game.
Yeah.
That's not right. I don't know.
Because you'd probably know more about it than the rest of us, Minstrel.
Anyways, no, I mean, I thought it was a discussion about who was going to be the champion.
No, I was talking about discussion as in among the group of
who will face him.
Okay. Who will face him?
Yeah,
as in character discussion.
Group huddle.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I misheard. My bad.
Instead of Corey sitting there going, okay, I need to choose someone. So Corey needs to sit there and go. Person.
Yeah.
Fight a duel.
Yeah, a discussion would probably be good for that. I agree. You're in the way, boo boo.
All right, so you guys kind of gather close and like. Corey kind of explains that he has accepted a duel, basically a challenge for his honor, and in lieu of the normal fighting.
Yeah,
but someone has to be chosen as the champion to face him.
It's one of those stronger, it's one of the stronger kinds, right?
Yeah, he's technically a champion Digimon, so we're gonna want someone who's got the ability to face him. And I feel like at this point, Ken is kind of glancing at her phone.
Nothing has happened on your phone yet.
Bummer!
Not yet.
She's kind of in her mind. She's kind of like, why hasn't it turned into a detector yet? So she's kind of glancing at it, like, what the heck? I could be doing something.
You're like remembering what you could do and like missing that right now. So a
little bit. Yeah. But other than that, I think Ken's gonna bring up, because right now I think the only one who can digivolve, or at least armor digivolve, is Tawny. Right?
So I think Tawny would actually be the most logical.
The thing is, by the rules of the Champions Bond game, none of us can digivolve, I think.
Actually, no. Tier 1 is basically rookie/champion, because it doesn't take much to get into champion. You just haven't actually. Like, I can go into armor. Premiere.
Yeah, I can go into armor. I can't go into champion.
If we're doing this based off of like right after Hurricane's touchdown, and if I'm not remembering my lore exactly correct, but I think at this point they still cannot digivolve to champion level.
They haven't yet,
that right?
But I would argue, technically speaking,
they can't in the digital world.
Because remember,
because of the control spires.
Also,
right. I'm just like I said, my information's a little wonky. I haven't seen O2 in a while,
I was just
and it's been even longer since I've seen the movies. So.
Yeah.
Correct my info.
But like, since Tawny was one of the old ones, she has a champion form.
Yeah, so any OG person could reach champion.
Yeah,
Corey does, because he's on the same level as Willis, as he had a champion form. As far as the movie, he had a gold form, but as we know, that's a one and done.
Yeah.
So, are we saying right now any of the OG? So, Corey, Tawny, and Ken's Digimon can Digivolve
they can
champion
all
level right now.
reach champion.
Okay,
Yes.
so then it's coming down to who exactly has the best chance to stand up against Gladimon.
Mm-hmm.
And Tawny and Ken have the experience in a fight.
They both have the experience in the fight. Tawny has been fighting a lot more recently than Ken has.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so...
And the thing is Ken has been fighting... Well, she's been fighting as herself, because she hasn't had a lot of chances to fight with Doromon. But they do train on occasion. When you know Ken can actually get to the digital world from France.
Yeah.
So, I think Tawny is the better choice.
Yeah.
If we're talking both in character and out of character.
Plus, Tawny has 2 Digivolutions that she could go into. Meanwhile,
because she can also
Ken
armor
only
Digivolve.
has 1. Yeah, she can also armor Digivolve.
Well, and
I think the only...
Wow, I don't know where my thought went there. I'm sorry.
I think the only reason they might have doubts about Tawny is if Tawny herself jumps in, it could void the entire thing.
That is also true.
That is a possibility because Tawny is hot-headed.
Yeah, but at this point, I think
this discussion supposed to be happening in character?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Part of it is happening in character, but we're also kind of discussing out of character because we're trying to figure out what makes sense. But yeah, Ken will definitely sit there and say, out of everything that's been going on, Doromon and I haven't had a lot of chances to train and to fight. And Tawny has a Digivolution. I don't. Tawny and Tapirmon should be the ones to take the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Ken will completely admit when she's, not in a fair fight.
Yeah. And I think at this point, I mean, I can't say exactly what Tawny will do if, Tapirmon starts getting its ass kicked, but
which means we might end up voiding the challenge, which might be a problem in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying that Tapirmon is the one to accept the challenge?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, I think Corey would agree that it would be Tapirmon, but he would be extremely nervous at the same time.
You just kind of start
scooching.
I'm sorry, I just want to picture this image. Like, Tawny is behind Tapirmon, and then you just kind of see scooting from the edge of the frame, both Corey and Ken, just kind of scooching behind Tawny just to restrain her in case she starts lunging forward.
Well, Ken would outright say, Tawny, if you that ring, this voids this challenge. Can you stay out of it?
Yeah.
What does Tawny say?
If I need to, I will sit on you.
I'm not... Yeah.
The thing is,
I'm not an idiot. I know.
And the thing is Ken would actually make that threat because she wants this thing to be at least resolved in some way. Whether they have to beat Gladimon into the ground or if this challenge works. And she's not going to let anything try and get in the way of that.
Yeah.
So, if she needs to sit on Tawny, she will.
Okay.
You've been warned.
So Tapirmon kind of hovers over to the line. Do you try to Digivolve before the fight starts, or are you gonna wait until
before the fight starts?
Okay.
I was about to say it's probably I was gonna agree with that. Before the fight starts,
Right.
It's probably a good way to do that. Because otherwise, Digivolving in the middle might even void the challenge.
So I'm gonna say I'm gonna say
to give it like an actual edge based on just abilities, I'm gonna go with armor.
Okay, so you're gonna go to Play Wizardmon,
not Play Wizardmon. My Gargoylemon?
Oh, Gargoylemon, right? Gargoylemon.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you kind of the Digimon starts glowing, and the ball of light. Because I'm using the imagery from 2020 for it, just because it's more interesting.
Yeah.
And they actually see it from outside the sequence sometimes. Then things go wrong.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Why did you say that? Why?
As the Digivolves, you see the silhouette of Gargoylemon, and then it kind of contracts back into him, and then you appear. Sorry, I just need a. Which egg was Gargoylemon? Was that Digi-Egg of Light?
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, I just popped open the page because I wanted
you.
to see what it looked like.
I just needed to, and you see a couple of other silhouettes here. I had planned on her. I had researched the thing for her. She did a normal Digivolution, not the armor.
Oh well. When you suddenly have to do things on the fly, it's fine.
Then you see like the silhouette of Harpymon and Quetzalcoatlmon, and then your partner starts to scream. Roll to overcome adversity.
Oh no.
Oh no.
This is a problem. Also, it's rude.
Okay, to be fair, because the rules are kind of like you have an open tag to kind of define your champion's power, but I couldn't really. It didn't really make sense with you not having.
What is that? What is it that I roll?
Shield.
That's supposed to. English is not my first language.
Click roll.
4.
No, that's your last roll. Roll again. You have to click the reroll. No, click reroll. Okay, clear that. I don't know how you clear that.
There, roll now.
I end up with so many dice.
Yeah, something went wrong here, dear.
Oh, okay, let me...
Okay,
if you click,
I get it. Let's see, close.
They changed it recently.
Ah!
Yeah, if you click on...
Sorry,
if you click... There we go. I'm good. Yay! Roll! Ooh.
Alright.
Nice roll.
Yeah.
So that's a 10. So, Tapiromon manages to stabilize back as Tapiromon.
Okay.
That just happened, like...
Yeah.
So yeah, that just happened. What do you do?
Holy shnikes.
For your sake, Tapiromon that was excruciatingly painful.
Mm-hmm.
In case you need to RP that, so
yeah.
Yeah. No idea why that happened.
Now, I think at this point, despite the fact that I know it would void the challenge, due to the fact that it
hasn't started. So you
the challenge hasn't started yet. You can,
yeah.
if you need to do something, like run into the ring and check on him, you could probably do that.
Yeah, I'd probably say she runs in and checks on him.
Yeah, it's...
Honestly, because Ken knows Tapiromon, I feel like she would do the same thing.
Yeah.
Because she's probably worried.
Gladimon's just kind of looking at you quizzically. He kind of like squints one eye to kind of do the closest thing he can do to raising one eyebrow. Curious show, but I assure you my morale will not be shaken by such fell trickery. Choose your champion.
I kind of turn to Tawny and ask, do you think we should change champions? I don't know about this.
Let's see.
Because after that display, I guess Ken's a little uneasy
that,
about how well...
Has that happened before?
Not at all.
No.
Yeah, she'll turn to Travis and say, no, this has not happened before. This is completely new.
So I think alternate option, she's probably figuring like, okay, obviously armor didn't work, let's try champion.
Okay.
Yeah, but what if the same thing happens?
This is Tawny.
She just doesn't.
Yeah, fair enough. But Ken's
okay,
still gonna ask
this is
the
probably
question.
going to cure. It's probably going to be curing her insecure. I'm going to tell you that much.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
As it kind of the same thing happens. Except this time you see Bellucimon, you see Monochromon. Basically, you're seeing possible evolutions. Is what it is. So I don't need to go through the details on all of them. And it's still screaming again. Roll to click the reroll to reroll that because.
9.
Okay, you make it. You get your Tapiromon doesn't go back. It doesn't get busted back down to in training still, but you're gonna feel guilty.
Yeah, almost guilty. And I think at this point, like despite, yeah,
towards the top. Conditions are. Anyways, at this point,
the fact is, because of the fact that despite the fact that, yes, this is going to void the challenge, and yes, again, she's not going to think it through.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to decide to take care of it herself.
Nope, does Ken need to sit on her?
Well, to be fair, like I said, the challenge hasn't started, so you just said choose your champion.
Yeah, because we tried to choose our champion, and this happened. We could, before Tawny decides to take the challenge herself, and Ken really hates to suggest. Ken really hates to suggest this, but to switch from Tapirmon to Dorumon,
or they could
see if the same thing happens.
Or they could choose Kunemon.
Or they could choose Kunemon and see if the same thing happens. That is a possibility. But I think that's a discussion that they all need to sit down and have a conversation about, again, real quick, since the challenge has not started yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I Ken will also turn to Gladiamon and just say, give us a minute. Complications. And then turn back to the group. Fight me!
I want to!
She doesn't actually say that. She doesn't actually say
that! He's trying to fight you!
I know he's trying to fight me. Ken would happily do it, but she's in no shape to do it.
I should have brought a tapestry to read.
Sorry, dude. But she does turn to the others and recommend,
Can I unclear insecure?
It'll be after this.
After this.
Like, has Dorumon ever digivolved anyway, or?
Yes.
Dorumon's digivolved.
Dorumon
can digivolve
and Kunemon have digivolved.
I think both of them can digivolve at least up to Ultimate. Dorumon might even be able to digivolve up to Mega.
Dorumon cannot Dorumon cannot digivolve into Ultimate right now, yeah.
No, right.
He's
my point is that that's as far as they've gone.
Yeah.
They can't do it right now, but they in the future they already know it.
They have both
Yeah. They have both gone. Tawny has gone into Mega once.
I think Dorumon probably has evolved into Mega in the past, but cannot do so in the current moment.
Yeah.
So, that makes sense.
Tawny's was recently, but it was still special circumstances.
Kunemon has gone up to Golden, cannot do so anymore, but has fought in a big battle.
Yeah. But anyways.
So, well, the decision is, and this is in character, the decision is do we try another one of our Digimon, or do one of us just go up against him? Because if this happened to Tapirmon, who's to say it's not going to happen to Dorumon or Kunemon? Or even, not that Vorpirmon can digivolve right now, but it could happen to him too. Just saying.
Yeah.
Any suggestions?
People can't make it against Digimon.
I'll just take care of it myself.
No. Let's, before you jump to conclusions, Tawny, seriously, we need to actually think this out. Because as scrappy as you are, you don't stand a chance against this Digimon.
If the Digimon, all you have to do is push him out of the way, right?
He's tiny.
He's not.
I don't think. I mean, it's not. It wouldn't be easy to do it.
Not compared to you.
Like, you could try doing something clever of trying to just.
So you're saying try and
push him.
Just try and get him out of the ring, right?
Just. I mean,
Lucy, what are you doing?
Yeah,
probably not a great idea. But like, if you don't have to fight him, maybe you can come up with a plan.
I might have an idea. So Ken, is there?
Someone
are
here
there
knows kung fu, right?
Are there any trees in the area, like fallen branches or something?
We'll say, because you're inside the rift, we'll say yes.
Okay. Ken's gonna go find the biggest, thickest. Well, not the biggest, but like a decently sized stick.
I'm gonna point out something. His his squires are Kotemon. I think he is well within the reason to request an appropriate weapon.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So she'll turn to Gladiamon and say, what do I want to say? Is there any chance we can request one of those? And she'll point to the Kotemon's wooden stick, sword, whatever.
Of course. I would not fight an opponent without them being properly armed. If that is the weapon you wish, I will. I have. It is within my. It is my pleasure to grant it. Bark.
Awesome. Bark. I love you. Yeah. So she'll go over.
We are about to start a duel right here.
Bark.
Yes.
But yeah, she'll walk over to one of the Kotemon, accept the sword, walk back over to Tawny, hand it over, and says, "Is this enough to? Do you think this is enough to get him out of the ring?"
Yeah, I could do it.
You have to like use his. I
Use his weight against him. He's round.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have to like wait for him to be.
It's like a baseball bat. Boom!
Like this is normally something Ken might do herself, but because she knows Tawny is more experienced in this type of weapon than she is, she'll hand it over to Tawny and say, "Knock him out."
No, don't.
Knock him out of the ring, not knock him unconscious.
To be fair, either one I would argue is a win.
We don't.
Yeah, but she will say that. You know, kind of knock him out of the ring, not knock him unconscious. Do I really need to say that?
Whichever one it is, just don't fight to the death.
Well, it's a wooden sword, Corey. I don't think we can kill him with a wooden sword.
You'd be surprised.
You kill with kendo sticks.
Huh?
You don't kill with kendo sticks, Corey.
Anyway, guys.
I haven't killed Cody yet.
Bonnie.
Have you ever heard of blunt force trauma?
Thanks,
You're not wrong.
Not wrong. Anyway, Connie, seriously,
I'm loving this.
Can you handle this?
Of course I can handle it.
Then take the sword and go.
Okay.
All right.
So she grabs the kendo stick.
Dog, I keep stepping in your face. I'm sorry.
I think kind of immediately she just goes right for smack.
After
as I say, they haven't started the duel yet.
Once they start the duel.
Yeah. You
right. After she leaves, I go over to Ken. I'm like, do you really think she can do it?
Yeah, she can handle this. She's fine.
She
Ken's not worried at all.
She punched a guy on fire and it worked. Weirder things have happened.
Weirder things have happened.
There's that time when you saw Numamon in a dress.
That is disturbing. I did not need to remember that.
Anyways, I think that actually did happen on one of Jenai's programs on Izzy's computer in Adventure.
Brad's hopping off screen for a minute.
That's fine. I can see that.
Well, I was just saying because I know you guys are in the conversation.
We're currently waiting for death to occur.
All right, so
Tony is that between Willow and Lucy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tony kind of steps up to the line. What is your pose? Are you holding the sword out in a proper kendo pose, or are you kind of delinquent style?
Delinquent style.
Of course.
It would be delinquent style.
Willow found a plastic bag.
Yes, right. Willow did. Willow likes her plastic bags.
Gladiator draws his fencing foils out, kind of strikes the kind of dual sword pose, and it says, "At last, is your champion ready?"
Yeah, I'm ready.
Forsooth! The rules of engagement are simple. First to render their opposition either unconscious or out of the ring is the victor.
Knock him out of the ring!
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, and he lunges at you with surprising speed. What do you do?
Cool. Oh.
Just kind of immediately go,
all right.
Just hit.
4.
Right. Hard.
4.
Since I'm going to say this, the Digimon kendo stick is an advantage enough for you to trigger your punch it up move.
Okay.
Okay.
You did send the Maverick to fight the Digimon, though. I would feel
it was probably the better choice.
So when you push an advantage to fight a champion on their terms, roll plus fire. On a hit, choose one. Okay, so roll plus fire.
Just click reroll.
Or actually, no. Honey?
Sorry.
Wait a second. $13!
Damn!
Dang! So, what does it say the move say happens on a 10 plus there?
I'm finding it.
Yes, please tell us. Does it send him out of the ring? That'd be fantastic.
Let's see. On a hit, choose one. On a 7 to 9, you're good. Let's see. On a hit, choose one. On a 7 to 9, your foe gets to choose one option from go toe to toe.
So basically, you get to pick something, and he does not get to respond to you.
All right.
Cat.
The cat is not playing.
Okay, the cat.
I just looked up and I'm like, what the heck is Lucy doing?
I'm gonna go with.
Sorry about that.
Because most of them are like partner related. I'm gonna go with leave a mark on your opposition.
Okay, so you kind of let me get the camera angle back because the cat knocked it.
Well, it was Lucy. Lucy wanted to be involved.
She wanted the soup. That's what she was going after.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense, I guess.
Anyways,
she wanted to be involved in soup.
Okay.
Yes, yes. I don't know if you were here. If you were sitting there for the cat in the camera.
So basically, as he tries to strike, he tries to do a kind of cross slash with you because this guy is not actually that good at his things, but he just depends on his natural power. He kind of do an upward cross slash. You kind of swing down straight through the middle and kind of send him reeling back a little bit because you interrupt his blow and kind of like kind of just leave him like, what's this? You are better than I had anticipated. Perhaps you will be a worthy challenge, Yao. That was me. Alright. And he lunges at you again. What do you do?
Let's see.
This time it's more of a stab that he's going for.
A stab?
Yeah.
I think I'm going for kind of like a fencing-esque stab. Like,
so you're trying to keep him at. You're trying to use the longer reach of the kendo sword to kind of keep him at bay. All right. So
what do I roll?
I think of whether this is still punching it up or if you're trying to overcome. You're gonna say you're gonna be punching it up again.
Oh, fire!
Yay! I mean, what?
6.
That's a miss.
Yeah, I know it is.
Gross.
So he kind of like you still dodge, like you try to pinch him, but he kind of rolls his thought. You barely dodge, but he's kind of like leaves you teetering on the edge of the on the ring here. Like you feel like another he could easily get you knocked out of the ring quickly. What do you do? Because he's kind of pressing because he's about to. You can see he's in coil and about to lunge at you once more.
Can I kick him?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll kick him. He's round. He's like a soccer ball.
And we're gonna go with probably have steel-toed boots.
Yes.
Thing. So
yeah, I imagine that would definitely.
Even though I initially designed her with Converse, like I can imagine her with like the steel-toed boots.
Yeah.
I can also
Steel-toed
imagine
Converse.
that she would. Yeah, I imagine she would go out of her way to make a custom pair of steel-toed Converses.
Oh, totally.
All right, so yeah,
Just saying.
All right, so you're going to just try to kick him as he lunges, like he lunges trying to like he looks like he's trying to just bat you out to finish the fight quickly.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll.
Hopefully he rolls out of the ring.
8.
All right, so you get to pick one from the punch it up list, but he also gets to pick one from go toe to toe.
Oh, I was hoping that would be an easy. Hey, he rolls out of the ring with a kick. Come here.
I'm gonna go with leave a mark on your opposition again, because none of the others make sense for this.
Sit.
Most of the others are partner related.
Yeah. Well, especially since your partner's not in the ring right now, and he's a little more indisposed.
Yeah, so
Dog.
This is more of like the move is should be working. This is kind of a weird situation for the game. Let's be perfectly honest. This is not a typical.
Because normally we'd be working together, not.
Yeah.
Well, this is a odder situation than.
Granted, I wouldn't be surprised if this sort of thing has happened before, where he's gotten hurt and I've just jumped in.
Yeah.
Sit.
So, all right. So you're gonna, you leave a mark on him, but. So yeah, you strike him good, basically, but he chooses to take control of the situation, and you're falling backwards.
Oh no.
So does anyone want to do anything before we...
Is there anything we can do? Because we're not in the ring.
We can do whatever we want. Is there anything that
can
we
someone,
can do that
can someone just kick her in the back?
Wait, can we throw rocks at him?
You can, like I say, like you guys have your choice. Like
I'm doing it. I'm throwing a rock at his face.
You throw a rock, like Tawny hits. No, you just hit him. Like it's not gonna do anything specific, but it does set up the stage for this. Tawny lands on her back, but then suddenly there's just a ring of a rock hitting a metal helmet, and he turns at Ken, who is in the classic I just threw that rock position. Dishonorable cur.
Dishonorable. Oh, we're gonna have a conversation.
And he is lunging at you, and time for you just seems to slow for a moment.
Okay.
You hear a voice.
Oh. This would be good.
Chosen of crystal, once before. Do you accept a pact and a renewal of power once lost?
Ooh.
I was gonna write it down, but I forgot to, so this is me winging it. I wanted to be a little more formal for this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's going to accept.
Alright, so what you guys all see as suddenly as he kind of gets in striking range, suddenly there is a glowing ball, like a glowing burst, kind of like a shockwave, dirt and debris get kicked up, and when that the light fades, where Ken was standing, you see a different figure. Since this is a first time describing this, why don't you describe how you look?
I have the picture because I did draw this. I did draw this one out, and I don't have official art for this yet. I just kind of used a body base, but this is kind of what you guys see. She has the ears and tail of a fox that are made of crystal. And her weapon, it's not out. It's actually in her gauntlets. It's 2 chakrams. I may be into Axel a little too much. But it's a round chakram with a twisted curved handle. With jumps around the outside. So.
And this is the point where if we had a theme song for your specific character, it
would be playing right now.
Yeah, this is the point where the theme music starts playing.
Right. Things
are kick it up, hey Digimon, all those stuff.
One of those. So
I'm not gonna say we're not gonna fight this more. Describe how you finish off Gladiator.
Ooh, So what she would do is she'd probably make it really simple. She would kind of roundhouse kick him across to the other side of the ring, where he'd just kind of roll out.
Okay, except for the challenge isn't in effect. So this is you have to fit. I'm giving you just. Tawny's definitely did soften him up.
So full on beat him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I I do like the image, like, you kick him back, and he kind of, like, teeters on the edge of the ring, and then that's when you go to do the finishing blow, like that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, so it says the finishing blow would probably be one of her attacks. So it would probably be with her weapon, where she would kind of just sort of slice over top of him, I guess.
Yep. And you see him kind of like, you see his data disperse, leaving behind a single Digi-Egg which flies off into the air.
What just happened?
And then you just kind of, like, data just kind of, like, pixels kind of float off from, what's the name of your spirit form, by the way?
The spirit form is Tenkomon.
Tenkomon. Okay, as Tenkomon's data kind of disperses, leaving Ken in, like, basically, like, it's like a shell that kind of the data disperses off, leaving you standing there.
Okay.
As the finishing riff of the theme song plays.
Give me all sorts of chills. I love that.
The Kotemon are running away. And I just picture Tawny just shouting, "Yeah, you better run!" With one of their...
Yeah, that would be a thing. But I definitely feel like that there are questions coming. Yeah, so once she's done that, she'll kind of walk back to the group like nothing happened. She didn't just become a giant Digimon or anything like that.
Like I said, after the thing, Travis's that was in character being like, "What just happened?"
I mean, Ken is full on expecting questions after that, because I don't think anyone has ever seen her turn into a Digimon at this point. So if he wants to outright ask her, he's more than welcome.
He just said, what happened?
Okay, fine. Well, I don't know if he asked that before she made it over there, or if he was asking like
it was probably before you made it over there. To be honest, like it was a thing where I'm just staring up and reacting to the
That's fair.
strange thing that's happening.
That's fair.
Yep. Yeah, like
although I'm pretty sure the other two have just as much as an idea.
Well, yeah, Tawny's definitely got a lot of questions.
Like I said, she's expecting questions after that.
Yeah.
So she kind of walks back up to the group, nonchalantly. Not like nothing happened.
I think Tawny's response is just like, "What the hell was that?"
Ken just kind of, she just kind of shrugs and she's like, "What? I never told you I could turn into a Digimon?"
What?
Just wondering what you're doing.
I'm just looking.
You good?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's this.
Well, dear, you're in the scene. You're talking right now.
Oh.
So.
I replied to you.
Oh. I didn't hear the reply. That was
okay, Ken just kind of shrugs and says, "What? I never told you I could turn into a Digimon?"
No, you didn't.
That's a pretty long story to go into detail, but the long and short of it is I have a spirit of a legendary warrior, a Digimon warrior that I can turn into.
Yeah. Also, I'm going to point out, Sarah, like, as far as you are aware, that you lost it when you came back to the real world, but something happened to give you
to reignite it,
give you that same power,
which she does kind of explain.
Yeah.
A little bit. She's like, "This is not something I've been able to turn into for a few years now, but something triggered it." I feel like there should be more questions. And yes, that's in character.
No, honestly, Tony's just kind of like, "All right."
Well, the thing is Ken's not expecting the questions from Tawny.
Yeah.
Tawny's more of a, I kind of accept this.
Yeah, Tawny honestly, because
it was answered, and so Travis is like, okay.
Yeah. With Tawny, it's like, no matter how, she deals with insane stuff all the time. So, she's kind of just learning not to ask questions.
Yeah, Also, I'm going to remind everyone there is a research team sitting outside
the
rift as well.
With the BS that her brother goes through, she's kind of learned not to even bother asking questions at this
Corey's
point.
opinion is going to be on a whole different matter.
yes.
Also, Ken is going to apologize for pushing him into the rift.
Oh, don't worry about that one.
I know. Corey's going to kick her ass.
Verbally.
Yeah.
Verbally kick her ass.
Yeah. He wasn't our enemy. You didn't have to destroy him. That was a living thing.
Not like he's actually dead.
Yeah, he died. He turned into an egg.
How about...
Yeah, I know. Just like Pokemon. You know what? What if he was someone's friend?
You know what? I didn't want to. But in the moment,
so what?
I had to.
You still killed him.
Not the way I see it.
Yeah, you did.
Uh-huh.
Hey, before we get too far, I believe... Actually, no, I'm not going to trigger your move because your chosen nature is still being defined here, so a lot of your moves don't make as much sense for, like, your playbook stuff. So I'm going to hold off. Yeah, your friendship moves. I was going to trigger the celebrate success. Right. But I realized that you need your purpose a little more defined, and it really hasn't happened in character yet.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if he gets reborn. He's dead. He's, living. Yeah, he thought, things. He wasn't our enemy. He wasn't trying to destroy us. We had an understanding.
He was our enemy, though. He attacked us, and we didn't do a thing to him.
Yeah, one fight. We had an understanding. One fight.
All I did was throw a rock.
Yeah, and then you killed him.
Digimon monster thing that blasted him. I forget if you blasted him or not, actually.
No, she attacked him over the head with a weapon.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I feel like, okay, you know what? Corey is
trying to think of how to respond.
Corey is definitely trying to do a change your mind there. When you try to change the mind from a position of strength or authority, I'm going to say authority because of the history that kind of brought up here. There's a lot of strong... Excellent performance, by the way. Like, character-wise, like, that was really good.
Yeah, that was well done.
Yeah. So go ahead and...
I knew that was coming.
Roll plus beacon.
Okay.
And especially since the whole... Ken probably doesn't fully understand Corey's stance against not fighting and not, it's either us or them. So she's standing there a little confused, like, how to describe.
I mean, Travis is the same way he's been for a long time, just like...
But Ken's understanding
why do I have so many?
Okay, you have to close out, because if you don't close out,
okay.
it stacks the dice for some reason.
Okay.
Which is really weird.
Yeah.
But if you're in the roll already, you can actually click on the dice at the bottom, and it will get rid of the dice.
Yeah.
Okay, 10.
All right. So tell me what do you want Ken to do?
Oh.
No.
Okay. I see how this is.
You don't. No. I'll explain how this is important for. What is your intent for Ken to do from you doing this?
Understand that what she did was wrong.
So basically, show remorse.
I'm being
because
yelled
you rolled
at by a 12-year-old.
Yeah, you basically you want Ken to show remorse for the action. All right. So versus the PC.
And that's not that weird because you know who else is 14? Yoli. Mm-hmm. She gets yelled at by 12-year-olds all the time.
Yeah.
All right. So since you roll a 10 plus, you get both options. If they do it your way, they gain a tie with you or add a team to
or Yoli's 13,
their choice.
But close enough.
If they don't do it, they mark a condition. So you must either show remorse, and you can either gain a tie with Corey or add a team to the pool, which we'll discuss a little bit here after we resolve this. Or you can say, no, I'm not doing this, and mark a condition instead.
I think in this instance, because she doesn't quite know how to react, she is going to show the remorse. Like, she didn't necessarily intend on turning him into a Digi-Egg anyway.
Yeah.
It just, in the heat of the moment when her
It was
friends
a
were
rush
Well,
of-
and a lot of this also kind of comes across as the difference on how they handle things in Frontier versus how they handle things in Adventure. Like,
well,
for
even
instance,
Adventure versus O2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ken's of the mindset of, if I don't have to, I won't. But in the moment, if my friends are in trouble, I will do it.
Yeah,
And part of that does stem from her background.
Like, for
and the
instance, I can
crossover that she's a part of.
For instance,
but
I can
I'm not gonna
imagine
get
that
into it.
Ken had a hard time with it when they first, started collecting the codes and everything.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if she'd have as much trouble with it because, she's seen so many Digimon turn into Digi-Eggs and come back that she might even be a little numb to it, but it's not something she enjoys seeing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
So she is going to show the remorse and apologize.
All right, so
but she's going to follow up with, this wasn't my intent, but someone was in danger and it was her or them. As much as I dislike doing it, I'd rather protect my friends than to try and reason with someone who's trying to stab me as well.
yeah, because each of them are coming from a different position, and Corey comes from the unique situation of that is Hurricane Touchdown.
Yeah,
pretty much. I got yelled at by a 12-year-old. Yay!
So you can either add a team to the pool. Basically, team means anyone can spend team to describe how you help someone, and add a +1 to the roll.
I actually think though that I'm going to add a tie with Corey because I think in this instance it's going to help both of them understand each other a little better.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a right. Gosh.
Yeah, because I think Tawny's view on the whole Digi-Egg thing is that I don't think, with it not being a partner Digimon, I don't think she sees this as big of a deal. Like, it'll just turn back into a Digi-Egg. I think the difficulty would be if this Digimon was a partner Digimon, because then it would ring too close to the TK stuff.
Yes. Yeah, it would be a lot different if this was one of their partner Digimons that she actually had to turn into a Digi-Egg. But in this instance, like I said, her brain is more along the lines of, it was Tawny or him, and I'm going to protect Tawny because Tawny cannot turn into a Digi-Egg and be reborn.
Yeah, so... Alright,
but she does apologize to Corey, kind of a, this really wasn't my intent type of thing.
And as you guys kind of go through, what's going through Travis's head with all this? Like, you just saw one kind of get, like, obviously, like, you're new to this all, so, like, you didn't even know that, you couldn't even say, like, okay, that's weird, but is it actually weird until you saw everyone else's reaction? So what is kind of going through Travis's head after seeing all that?
Yeah. It's definitely like, this is weird, but is it actually weird, or is this normal weird, and I just don't know what it is?
No, this is definitely weird.
Definitely weird. Okay.
And also just like
that doesn't really change too much when it comes to Travis. Travis is still just kind of confused, and then they started arguing about whether or not beating him up was right.
Yep.
And he has
Because
no idea
they do sit on opposite ends of, let's not destroy everything and try and work everything out versus I'm going to protect what's important to me and not try and save every Digimon on the face of the planet. On the flip side, though, Ken is going to suggest they leave the rift before it closes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying, as this was just me wanting to kind of get...
Yeah, for sure.
I know that was a lot of stuff between you three, and, like, Travis was kind of being on the sideline, so I figured, okay, let's get a little internal...
The problem with Travis is this is completely, and I don't know how much of you guys referencing old things is actually what you're saying. It just makes Travis even more lost, and...
Yeah, so... And it's like, you see one of the researchers kind of like frantically looking around as you're getting out, like, as you come out of the rift. It's like, oh, it was the older one. Where's my? Oh,
what's his butt? Bless you.
The head researcher, the one.
The one who was very eccentric, wearing the goggles.
No. This was the main, the head.
Oh yes, I remember.
McAllen. McAllen was his name.
Yes, I remember. Okay.
So, yeah, because it was McAllen, Graves, and the Russian name I wrote, and I think it was Volkov.
And Ethan. Ethan's there, right?
Yeah, Ethan's there. Some grad students, but it's like, youth. Where did you go?
Oh,
yeah, they probably can't see the rift,
part?
can they?
There
was
rift?
like a medieval
Graves?
castle.
He just shrugs. Is like, he's got the weird TV goggles on, and he's like, I ain't seeing anything.
So, Ken will kind of step forward and explain, a Digimon had stepped through what essentially was a rift between our world and their world. And we ended up going over there to try and deal with someone who decided to attack us for no reason. Other than thinking that we were trampling on some sacred ground or something. I don't know.
Wow. That's a whole new dimension, and I am not intending the pun. Graves in the background, says, yeah, right!
Where did you think these things came from? She kind of gestures to Dorumon on her shoulder. Who,
I assume you're
seems
gesturing
to be his favorite spot in the world.
Remember, I assume you're gesturing at your companion creature that I cannot see.
His name is Dorumon, and yes.
Still can't see him.
Sorry. Just trust me, he's there.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. Graves in the background says, yeah, he's there. Looks like a wolf, squirrel, dragon thing.
Again, his name is Dorumon. You can use his name.
Regardless, we definitely got some interesting readings today. I think this concludes, with this excitement though, I think this definitely concludes your mandatory community service, though. If you are open to working with us in the future, I think that would be a positive thing. He is clearly rattled. Mostly in the, I am an adult and I was taking care of these children and they just vanished from this plane of existence. Oh God, what do I do?
Oops. Oops.
So, yes, I will inform the constable of Constable Kefke, because I think that's what we decided to name it.
Oh,
something like that. Officer Kefke, maybe. I don't know. Either way, he's not going to be relevant past this point. That you have fulfilled your duties and everything, and we have a lot to go over. Come on, let's back up, boys and girls. As they're kind of packing up the equipment, and Ethan kind of walks up to Kendallin and particularly, but to the group in general. That was quite an impressive display.
That was. Ken kind of starts stumbling over her words. Typical I have a crush on you actions.
Okay.
Wait.
The rest of you
Wait, what?
The rest of you just suddenly realize, like, wait, he saw everything?
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
Ken's not focused on that right now.
Yeah. I'm like, wait, what? Not even the scientists can see into the rift, apparently.
I have. That's part of the reason I managed to get assigned to this team. For whatever reason, I am capable of seeing the creatures as they were. Okay, that's a little too old in the voice. So we're trying to make it a little younger.
Because he is in the younger side, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's sorry. It's just British makes me think like esteemed gentleman. Mm.
No,
and it's
I
like
understand.
esteemed child, precocious. As it is, I mean, I knew these creatures could evolve, but I was not aware there was a possibility of a symbiosis of that type. Where you became like them, at least? You call them Digimon, right?
Yeah, Digimon.
Well, also, I'm sadly to say this is an area of some ignorance on my part. What happened? What was... It seemed like you were trying to do something that caused them pain? He says, looking towards Tawny.
That's not normal.
I wasn't sure. I again...
Yeah, so...
I was not trying to do something that would cause it pain.
Okay, hold on. We don't need to shout at people, Tawny. So normally when Digimon evolve, it's not supposed to be like that. It's not a painful process. That was unusual.
I think Tawny at this point is just kind of very worried, which, explains the yelling response.
He actually
very worried about Tapirmon. Very worried about the possibility of, okay, is it just Tapirmon? Or is it all of them?
Is it all of them? So just to get an image in my head, is Tawny holding Tapirmon, or
yeah, I think she's holding Tapirmon right now.
Okay.
Ethan kind of pulls out the little EKG thing and kind of just starts walking over by where the rift is, kind of looking over it, kind of pondering. Maybe if you don't mind, I might like to posit a theory about what might be happening. You say that normally your partners can evolve or metamorphose into other forms?
Digivolve?
Pretty much.
Yes?
Pretty much bigger, more angry versions of themselves. In short terms.
And
sometimes with pants.
Well, my theory, so it's based on the names, these things are born from our data in our world, correct?
That would be fairly accurate, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, possibly the readings here are very different from the other sites that we had analysis, including the one that you had fought that flaming creature before. So
different how?
The frequencies are different. It's a different version. So it's like your Digimon are, I'm sorry if I must use a code metaphor, it seems apt, are trying to call certain commands in a different... It's like you're running a program made for a personal computer on a Macintosh computer.
So are you saying that this rift in particular, our partners couldn't digivolve?
Not without something that could function potentially as a patch. It's the wrong type of data. They're not formatted correctly for that world. I would have to. I can't make a solid conjecture at this point, but it is a possibility that in digital worlds other than the one that they are native to, their functions don't they can't use their full capacity. Like, you can get some basic functionality, but It is.
So you think that the rift we entered was a different digital world than where they're from? She'll point to Doraemon again.
It is a working theory. It is my hypothesis at the very least. Here,
that would
he
be a
hands
problem.
you a 90s style PDA with like a little antenna on it.
Okay.
This is a little device I configured. If you encounter another one of these rifts and bring it in with you, it should provide me with some sort of data sampling of the world you're in. Maybe with enough of this stuff, I can code up some sort of a patch or counterforce thing to this. Also, may not be this effect may be more than just while you're in the world. The translation between such things may cause some amount of data corruption. Your partners, they may not be fully able to until at least we manage to figure this out.
How do we know that whatever you're thinking of doing that won't hurt them?
And how are we to... I mean, obviously what has happened to there has hurt them already. I am simply offering a potential solution here to make it so that they are able to do what they need to do for you. I am simply trying to help.
Kendall kind of glanced.
Corey is getting bad vibes off of him, but doesn't know why, in a metagamey sense.
Ken has no concerns whatsoever.
Corey has bad experience of people messing with Digimon.
Yeah.
But Ken will kind of glance at Doraemon and say, "Well, what do you think? You think this is worth a shot?"
Is Doraemon really empathetic?
How
empathetic is Doraemon?
I'm trying to think. Give me a minute.
Yeah. Would he have picked up that you're like, yeah, and then is like, I should support her? Or then yes. He'd be like, let's give it a try. Yeah.
Well, like I say, I hope that we can both help each other. And as it is, the professor, this would be the data you might acquire beyond potentially making it so we can figure out a solution to the problem. It also would be invaluable to the professor's research as well.
I guess whatever we can do to help.
He gives Ken a little bow, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's gonna
Yes, that was intentional. Very intentional.
I know. Yeah, she's gonna be blushing like an idiot.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I believe I am needed to help pack up our equipment.
Okay.
Good luck in your future endeavors.
You too.
So
she's
whole probably the whole group can probably figure out what.
Tawny's literally like, "What the hell is wrong with you?"
Yeah. Corey's just standing there, just like, okay, he was laying it on thicker than Willis.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. To play that off like it was totally nothing.
Alright, so what we're going to do is, I think I want to end with kind of want to do little vignettes kind of thing.
What are vignettes?
Just little one-off scenes with you and your partners.
Okay.
So, just kind of, I feel like there's some level of unpacking, and as a group, you guys aren't really cohesive enough to kind of get that unpacking together yet.
Makes sense.
So first one I want to do is Tawny and Tapirmon.
Yep.
Because I feel like that's got the most thing. So back at the hotel you're staying at here.
Yeah.
You know what? Why don't we do both of you in this one? Like, I feel like like normally I would want to do it as your partner, but I feel like okay, it's in the hotel room and Tawny's letting you crash there, so I feel like, and you two, you two, I feel like have some dialogue here.
Mm-hmm.
So.
It'd be cute.
So yeah, it's kind of Tawny's. Unfortunately, this is doing the exact thing I wanted to do, which they're both playing each other's partner in the same scene, and this is not what I wanted to do. But this is just more of I want to do this kind of close up, and then after we do this, we'll probably wrap for the night. Once we do all 3 scenes,
and once we get through everyone's Digimons, I got it.
Yeah. So how is Tawny kind of taking care of Tapirmon in the room?
I think she kind of has him, like, set on the bed, like, telling him not to move too much.
Aww.
Yeah.
It's cute. Sorry.
Yeah. Tapirmon does not seem to be having any adverse effects other than the painful experience of attempting the Digivolution. So, what's as Tawny lays her taper to sleep, what is Corey doing meanwhile in the room, kind of?
Probably just sitting on the other bed. Yeah, with Gunmon.
So kind of just like, is there anything you feel like you guys need to say to each other or anything like that? Just before I kind of move on.
No.
Okay, it's just kind of, it's more of just kind of like a overview kind of this camera, just more establishing that Corey is staying with Tawny at the hotel, and probably was keeping an eye on the room while Tawny was in the hospital and everything. As Tapirmon goes to sleep. Where does Travis end up after this? Is kind of it.
Travis probably should go home, but probably just winds up wandering around somewhere, looking at soccer field maybe.
So I kind of want to have a little, if you guys have anything if you have any ideas for dialogue between the two of them. I don't know if anything needs to be said or anything.
Well,
I'm not.
I'm just gonna say this straight up. The problem is any dialogue between him and Vorvomon would be awkward and stilted, because, like you said, he was afraid, and the thing he's probably most afraid of is Vorvomon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Vorvomon did just spit fire at a bunch of
exactly
samurai Kento things. Yeah. I can English, I swear.
And was super happy about it, and like, yeah, let's do it.
Was super happy about it, but he was very enthusiastic to follow your orders.
He's very enthusiastic to do the thing, and
do the thing.
do the thing he did.
I love it.
bully some Digimon.
Yeah, very so it's just like it's like I just want to have just, if this is just a prompt to kind of, if you want to run with this, great. If not, we'll just move on. Just like Vorvomon, just kind of like Travis just kind of staring out at a park, like maybe he's just like kind of like one of those, sitting on one of those half walls, just kind of like looking out at it, kind of a bit like reminiscing of past things that he misses. Vorvomon's just like, and just looks up. I just picture Vorvomon going looking up at it. What you think about, boss?
Nothing. It was real weird. Turning into Digimon, and then there's the creepy guys and the scientists. That's all really weird. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot something that I remembered about Travis. I'm just like, yeah. So it was pretty good job you did there with the beating up of him.
All I did was sit on one, boss. I didn't do much.
Yeah, but you like you helped Ken, and that was good.
Well, that's
Even though Ken probably could have turned into a giant Digimon thing.
yeah. Admittedly, the way I see this is, I feel like this Digimon would also find that very bizarre.
Yes.
So he would sit there and say, "Yeah, that was really weird. I've never seen that before."
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, we'll go with great.
Yeah. Yeah. We should get home.
Okay. All right. Correct that statement. Okay, boss. Follow you.
Okay. Forgot something about Travis, which is that he's actually really good at faking it.
Yep.
So one of the things I imagined about him is that he has a very superficially fake personality.
Yeah, no, he's there's some stuff, but I'm not gonna say it on the air because spoilers.
Mm.
Anyway, I guess that leaves.
Yep.
That leaves me, right?
Yep.
So you're back in your room with your host family.
Yeah.
You know, you look at the screen, that digiport that you saw the other day. It's not even open anymore. Actually, no, it's still show. Yeah, actually no, you still see it open, but again, it's still blocked.
Damn it. She'll kind of show some frustration about that. Sort of toss her Digivice onto her desk and flop onto the bed next to Doremon. Doremon kind of bounces. Let me see. What do I want to say? Everything about this town is weird. Nothing makes sense anymore. I'm not quite sure. Doremon, do you hear me?
Brad?
What's that? I'm sorry.
Doremon has become a mute.
Doremon fell asleep on me.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I wasn't sure if you were thinking or if you didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear it. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, she kind of flops onto the bed and says, "Nothing in this town makes sense."
Doremon basically climbs up on top of you and like tries to flunk down on your shoulders in a super adorable, cuddly way. And he's basically like, well, I guess, but you know, you're getting your spirit things back, and that's good.
I
Right?
still don't even know what that was. I shouldn't have been able to spirit evolve. That's why none of this makes sense.
Your phone buzzes.
Oh shit. Yeah, she'll take her phone out and look at the screen.
You see two things. First thing you see is the symbol, the digital hazard. Where'd Gilmon go?
He's right next to you.
There he is.
That one?
That symbol.
Okay.
And then it kind of fades to the background, and it says, you see a 0.1%.
What does it mean?
She kind of shakes her head and glances at him. I don't know. Another thing that doesn't make sense. She tosses her phone off to the side of the bed. He looks a little frustrated because once again, this is something that has to be, relearned from the start.
Right. Oh, come on. We got this before. We'll get it again.
I know. I'm just, you know me, I'm just frustrated.
Oh yeah, there's no real like useful response. Probably.
Yeah, there is no useful response to that.
No, I mean he probably just sidled up to you, you know.
Aww. Yeah, she'll just kind of pat his head. Yeah, we should get some sleep, huh?
Okay, you know what? I was going to end it there, but I want to do one more scene here. This is just to kind of do Ken, because Ken's going to bed. So dreams. I was thinking of opening with this, but I'm going to close with this.
Okay, this will be good.
You find as you fall asleep, you kind of in the dream, like, okay, this is clearly a dream. Like, I'm not gonna beat around the bush there. You kind of found yourself like in like a walking around in like an infinite black void kind of thing.
Okay.
And you're just kind of like you're lucid. You're not like, this is not like, oh, I'm walking around the black void. This is normal. No, this is like, what?
Okay.
Like, you were just like, I went to bed and now I'm here, and like, as you kind of like turn your head, you kind of like see like, on one side of you, you see the human spirit, and you look and you see the beast spirit on the other side, and it's just like, you hear the voice again. You who once wielded my power, you have undone what we set to do once upon the past.
Oh.
We did not destroy him for a reason. Much like many things of data, it is reborn. I offered you my power, and you have accepted it. But beware on using it. Your reality is not meant to wield my full strength. You have much that is expected of you. Do not disappoint me. Do not make me do not make me regret choosing you as my champion.
Okay.
And that's
that's a whole can of worms, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's where we're gonna end. Yeah, that's where we'll end.
That's a can of worms.
Yeah, it is.
But I'll save that for next time. I won't say anything.
Yeah, all right, but time for the end of session move, and the cats to fight again.
Yes.
Because that's. All right, where is it?
I will know.
Next moves. All right. End of session. All right, I get to ask. Each player will get to choose one from the list. We'll start with. We'll just do it in the intro order, so we'll start with Crystalum here. During the session, did you stand up for what you believe, struggle with who you are, or grow close with a friend?
I don't know. I don't know. None of those sound right. Exactly.
Like, so you didn't say you, so you don't feel like your actions embrace the truth of who you are. You didn't.
I guess that one.
Because the struggle with who you are is explain how you want to act the worst parts of yourself and grow close with friends.
Honey, what?
I'm explaining the sub. Okay, you know what?
I already answered first one.
I know. Let me just. I'm gonna read the whole move before I.
Okay.
Just because it's the first time for this.
Just explanations. It's okay.
Yeah. When you stand up for what you believe, state how your actions embrace the truth of who you are in clear condition. When you struggle with who you are, explain how you want to act on the worst parts of yourself, and mark a point of resolve. It's like.
Okay.
Or if you grow close with a friend, say what drew you and your friend closer to and gain a tie with them, or add a team to the pool.
So I'm thinking I actually got closer to a friend.
Okay.
Ken.
Okay. Because Ken chose you and then kind of interfered in the fight when you were about to lose.
Yeah, protected me.
Okay.
Now, is that where we both add the tie?
No, ties are one-sided now.
Oh, okay, got it. That's why I asked questions.
And I feel like it's also just because, how everyone else was kind of freaking out about it. Meanwhile, Tony was just like, okay.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
and since Ken and Tawny have already worked together, they're kind of already a.
Yep.
Well, if one's in trouble, someone else has got to do it. At least that's how I feel like their dynamic would sort of sit.
Yeah, remember to click edit. Yeah.
I am. Honey.
Okay. All right. All right. Mistral, did you stand up for who you are?
Can I clear both my conditions because I've managed to do stuff to clear insecure?
You're not clearing. If you're marking the tie, you're not clearing the condition.
Oh, okay.
So you are clearing insecure though.
Okay, I was gonna say
because we did resolve that one.
Yep.
Yeah, you haven't really made a sacrifice to absolve your guilt right now.
Yeah, I was just checking to see what the condition was.
Yep. All right. Oh, that's the wrong tab. Yeah. So, Mistral, did Corey stand up for what they believe, struggle with who they are, or grow close with a friend?
Stand up for what they believe.
I agree full-heartedly with that.
So they certainly did that.
Kind of.
Me out, man.
Yeah, kind of just.
Yeah, you did not compromise what you believed in at all. So you can clear a condition.
Ken got an earful on that one.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, I don't have a condition to clear.
Okay. Well, then mark experience, just because that will. Like I said, this is one that I have to kind of tweak the mechanical hooks on a little bit. Yeah. All right. Ken, did you stand up for what you believe, struggle with who you are, or grow close with a friend?
Grew close with a friend.
Okay. Who'd you grow close to, and what drew you together?
Definitely Corey. With that, with that. Oh my God, English. The fact that he sat there and he took the time to yell at her and say, there had to have been a better way to do this, blah blah. So yeah. Yeah,
right.
So she apologized and she admitted that she was wrong. So
yep. All right.
Definitely
so
Corey.
Either gain a tie with them or add a team to the pool.
I think this time, because I already, due to what happened earlier, I already gained a tie with Corey. I'm going to add to the pool this time.
Okay. So yeah, the pool is going to be at 2. I'm going to, before next time, actually have my GM sheet set up so that we'll track like potential team and everything like that. I was supposed to have that, but I completely forgot I was supposed to do that.
Oh, it's been a month since we played. Things I got forgotten.
Yep. All right. Lastly, Travis, did you stand up for what you believe? Struggle with a cat blocking the screen?
With a big fluffy tail.
Struggle with who you are, or grow close with a friend? Rat?
Oh, I'm sorry. It was Travis. I thought you said someone else's name first.
Yep.
I mean, probably none of those. The closest is struggle with who I am, but not really.
Yeah, I know. Like, I was trying to get you a little more in the spotlight. It just didn't really work out that way right now with this.
Yeah, no, that. I understand that. Yeah.
Well, honestly, I think we can still work with struggle with who you are, just because your worst parts of yourself is just wanting to leave all of this behind, and like your interactions with your partner is just kind of like, no, like you're kind of still kind of keeping them at arm's length when that's
right. I'm not. Yeah, that's the closest to what I have. I would say that.
That's fine. That's fine. It doesn't have to be a phenomenal answer. This is just kind of more of to kind of review the session.
Okay. Yeah.
So go ahead and you get to mark a point of resolve. Oh, I should probably mention that. Small change I did with the resolve track. You guys aren't going to see it in the digital sheets yet because I haven't gotten around to doing it. But resolve track is now 3 long, but it takes more potential to get a breakthrough. So, basically the idea is I just realized it needed to be a little more to actually have unleash your potential happen with a frequency that it feels like it should. But that's,
I don't. I'm not sure what the frequency on release your potential is supposed to be. Is that getting a new level?
No. That's basically like technically like that was me doing a GM move when Tenkomon showed up. But that's typically what usually happens around the time like theme music happens, and you do cool stuff that wins the fight, and you reveal your real strengths.
Right.
Whereas breakthroughs are unlocking new levels.
Okay. That makes sense. Because I was looking at Unleash My Potential. I'm like, it seems like you'll do this pretty rarely. Is that only times you're allowed to digivolve? Or is that the time that you get to anyway?
Yeah,
like
basically
nuke
it's
the enemy.
Yeah, that's when it's like suddenly you reach your full power, and you're like you're throwing everything, and it makes the difference.
Okay.
Okay. So outro nonsense. Alright, where did I put it? I actually wrote it mostly as the same stuff from Interstitial, but oh well. Thank you for joining us. As always, you can join our Discord with a link on our channel to chat with us or discuss the channel or channel adjacent topics or whatever else you want to. Like, why can't you digivolve in real life? You can also follow us on Twitter at Tales Across to get updates from us and be notified when the channel goes live. Except for tonight, because I completely forgot! I just realized that.
Oops. Details.
Character art is done by friend of the show, Carl. We also have links on our channel to their DeviantArt and Coffee account. Finally, like and subscribe to get both future content. Well, I guess it's follow if you're on Twitch, subscribe if you're on YouTube, to get both future content and help us reach a wider audience. So, to those watching us in the past, present, and future, I bid you all good night. Yeah. I had actually mentioned that before, actually. I had mentioned, like, I was... Yep. Yep, that was literally today. Yep.
Your messenger never goes off.
Yep. No, we're not.